Good morning, Facebook. Namaste. Thank you for joining me again in my living room for another free yoga class. This morning our practice will be a flow yoga class, and you're welcome to get yourself a couple blocks if you have them, or some props or things that you can use for balance. And I have realized that it's not really appropriate for me to use other people's music during these videos. So I encourage you to get on Spotify if you use that, and you can find my account at Tamara YVR, TAMARAYVR, and click on any of my playlists. There are lots of them. There's one called Home, which is a really nice playlist, and you can put it on repeat. Again, you can use Spotify to listen to music in your own home while doing this practice. I can't really use the music on these videos without getting in a little bit of trouble. So follow me on Spotify, Tamara YVR, and then you can join in listening to any of the playlists. I have lots of them on there that are indicated as flow or power or anything like that. I see lots of people coming in. Tamara and Denise, good morning. We'll get started in just a couple of minutes, and we'll be a 75-minute flow class, and we'll do it again tomorrow as well. Different practice a little bit, but same style. And then Saturday morning for 90-minute power, and Sunday evening for 6:30 for yin class. So as people are just coming online, we'll get ourselves set up and ready to flow. If you're just coming online, we're going to do a 75-minute flow practice together. And even if you don't feel like practicing, you can just listen and try to follow along the best you can, or maybe share this video with other people that you know might be interested to have a free yoga class at this time. And I thought I would start this morning by sharing one of these beautiful cards. They're called Whispers of Lord Ganesha. Hold it up here. I know everything's backwards because I'm taking a selfie as I make this video, but these are beautiful cards. And Ganesha is a Hindu character, deity, who is known for removing obstacles, also sometimes placing obstacles, but more well known for removing obstacles, I think, more revered for that. So I thought I would draw one of these beautiful cards because I always have really deep meaning and beautiful messages, and we'll use that for today. So here is the card that is standing out to me the most, and this card is fulfillment. I'll bring it up closer so maybe you can see it a little closer. Fulfillment. And I will read to you what this card has to say, what Ganesha has to say to us. So the image of Ganesha reading the scroll is a symbol of the importance of education and the pursuit of knowledge. This might mean there is a period of increased study and learning at hand. You may find you want to inquire about a field of study that has been widely explored and choose to go on to an experienced teacher to learn more. Look for someone to consult for more information. This may be a counselor, an author, a psychotherapist, or some spiritual advisor. You will discover new skills from this helpful teacher, as they have the wisdom to provide excellent guidance and advice. Keep in mind there is also a wealth of information at your fingertips in books. Everything you read fills your head with new information, and you never know when it might have a practical use. The more knowledge you have, the better equipped you are to tackle any challenge that lies before you. Additionally, knowledge can never be taken away from you. No matter what you're longing to do or become, you will benefit from gaining more knowledge. Approach this time with great curiosity and an open mind. And I think we are in a time where we're being forced to find other means to educate ourselves other than maybe our day-to-day jobs or the things that we do. And in fact, I am a school teacher, and I'm also a student right now online. But as well as being a yoga teacher, I'm trying to offer my knowledge of yoga out there in the world in a way that I've never done it before. So this is a great learning experience for me. I feel like I'm studying something new. So I hope you enjoyed today's class, and we'll get started right away. And as I said, I'm not playing any music. off of my Spotify myself on these videos because it's not really permitted. And follow me on your practice today. Okay, with that being started, let's find ourselves in a nice tall seat. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe onto a block. Cross your legs. You might have noticed that Sweetheart is already doing passed out downward dog in the back here. It's funny. They love it when I do yoga. Sitting up nice and tall. Let your palms rest on your thighs or maybe hands float to heart center. Find an intention for your practice today. And throughout this past week, I've been sharing many of the readings that I've enjoyed from the Untethered Soul. So I'll read to you today while you're here in a meditation. Live each moment of your life. Let it fill you completely. Let it touch you to the depths of your being. There is no moment that can't do that. Even if something terrible happens, view it as just another experience of life. The promise is that all things are temporal. They are just passing through time and space. If you have patience, this too will pass. And I invite you, as always, to find that intention for your practice today, but even more so than usual, dedicate your practice. Maybe to the people that are out there in the world, the frontline workers, our emergency care workers, our doctors, our bus drivers, all the people that are out in the community still having to work and do their day-to-day jobs, people that work in hospitals, different kinds of medical offices, people that are answering the phones, even to our government that's gone to a lot of lengths to try and support us the best that they can. So dedicate your class out there in the world somewhere to the people that need it most. We'll open our practice with a chant of Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shanti meaning peace in Sanskrit. This is a chant for peace. Peace for ourselves, peace for each other, and peace for the whole world. Feel free to chant silently if you like, or just let it go and wherever you are in the world right now. Take a deep clearing breath in and a full breath out. Inhale for Om. Om. 3 Shantis. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bow your mind toward the bright light of your beautiful heart and remind yourself that your heart is truly the mind of this practice. Namaste. Let's begin our practice today in standing. So you can release yourself off of your seat. I'll try to demonstrate the poses the best I can in this little space that I have in my living room. I'll try to turn side to side too so you can see. And just do the best you can following the cues and directions. You can also watch the video later. So bringing your feet together, either hip distance apart or together touching, big toes touching. Make sure the outer edges of your feet are parallel. That's the most important part of the alignment. You can spread your toes wide, maybe lift them completely off the mat and rock a little bit forward and back, side to side, to get deeper into the soles of your feet. And welcome to everybody that's been joining the last few minutes. I don't have the ability to play music for these videos without getting in trouble, so please feel free to use your own playlist or join me on Spotify, Tamara YVR, and you can choose any of the playlists to accompany you today, or just do it without music. Here we go. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, Ardha Chandrasana. Palms touch, look up, maybe arch back. Feel that beautiful stretch. Exhale, fold forward, Utkatasana, all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. As you exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to rise, Ardha Chandrasana, root down through your feet, tailbone curls toward your toes, reach up, maybe arch back, Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, bring your whole breath with you, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold. Starting to bring in that Ujjayi breath, that slight constriction in the throat as you lengthen and deepen the breath. Reach up, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Exhale, fold forward. One more time, inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bring all the beautiful energy with you right to the top. Hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Take a moment here, find your balance, stay steady, stay focused. If you've just joined again, I encourage people to find an intention for your practice today. The message from our Ganesha cards was fulfillment, so finding a way to educate yourself, to stay mindful, find your teachers. And remembering that all of this is temporal. With enough patience, all of this too will pass. Surya Namaskar 8. Inhale, reach up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward. And feel free to dedicate your class, if you like, to anyone out there that needs it. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot and left foot back, high plank pose, Uttita Chaturanga Dandasana. Press into your palms, draw the belly in, dome between your shoulders. Rock forward more in your toes and see if you can create a little bit more space in the upper back. Round the back of your heart. Take one more inhale, rock forward. As you exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes, bring your palms beside you, right beside your chest. Root the tops of your feet down. 3 Cobra Poses, Bhujangasana. Inhale, lift your chest. Come up as high as you like, but shoulders are down. Exhale to lower. Try to draw the inner lines of your legs to touch. Inhale, lift up, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Exhale to lower. Tuck your toes, engage your legs. Feel free to lift your knees. You can keep them down if you like. A slow transition back to Uttita Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Our first one today. Pedal up your heels a couple of times, right and left, right and left. Spread your fingertips wide and take a look at them just for a moment. Make sure your index finger is pointing straight ahead. Rest of your fingers are spread wide and grip the mat with your finger pads. Take a deep belly breath in. Lift your hips away from your hands. Maybe bend your knees if you need. And look between your inner thighs. Take one more inhale. Keep the knees soft. Hips are reaching up. And as you exhale, straighten out your legs. Try to press your heels toward the mat. Keep gazing toward your thighs. One more deep inhale here. Stay for your exhale. On your next inhale breath, come high on your toes, bend your knees a lot, look forward to the top of your mat. Take as many steps as you like to come all the way forward. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Those are my dogs playing. Exhale, hands to heart center. They don't want to share the bed, so I'm going to separate them. Lie down, lie down, lie down. You're okay. Stay there. Good. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms. This time, left foot and right foot step back. Take an inhale breath as you rock forward. Exhale to lower, this time all the way down to the belly, but we'll take the fingertips out wide off of the mat. Tense your fingertips, elbows roll forward. On your inhale breath, peel your head and chest up off the mat. Exhale to lower. One more time like that. Inhale. But this time as you exhale, right shoulder down, look over your left elbow. Inhale back through center. This time left shoulder down, look over your right elbow. Good time for the dogs to play. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale to lower. Slide your palms underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, engage your legs, maybe high plank, or use your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Lift your hips away from your hands. Press your finger pads down into the mat. Take a deep breath in. and a long breath out. Go somewhere else. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Stop fighting. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Come high on your toes, bend your knees a lot, look forward to the top of your mat. Walk, step, or hop all the way forward. Uh-oh. Just pause this for one moment. I'm just going to solve this problem. Come here. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Okay, back in business. Reach your arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, fold forward, Utkatasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Look forward. This time as you plant your palms, you can walk, step, or hop back to high plank. And this time we'll lower halfway to Chaturanga. Elbows hug in, chest lowers. Untuck your toes, slide your chest forward and up. Try to lift your thighs up off the mat. Upward facing dog, Ardha Chandrasana. If you need to, you can stay in Cobra. One more breath. Inhale, lift your chest, shoulders back. As you exhale, roll over your toes, come back to high plank position. If you like a little extra spice in your practice, do one Chaturanga push up here, and we'll make our way back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. Pull your hips away from your hands as you inhale. Press your heels down as you exhale. Come high on your toes. Look forward to the front of your mat. Walk, step, or hop. Here's what a hop looks like. Nice and light. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Ardha Chandrasana. Lengthen your tailbone. Palms touch. Reach up. Stay standing. Samastitihi, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, release your palms beside you. Working towards into Surya Namaskar. Be here. Hips will lower. Sit down into the chair. Feet can be touching or hip distance apart. Sweep your fingertips low and then reach your fingertips back behind you. Let the hips lower. Draw the belly in and then reach your arms up to the sky. Hug the inner thighs toward each other. See if you can lift a little higher. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, lift your hips and fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, plant your palms, walk, step, or hop back, high plank. Lowering to Chaturanga, you can use your knees if you like. Take your back bend of choice, Cobra or Upward Dog. Whirl over the toes, add an extra Chaturanga here if you like. Or go straight back and up, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Take another deep breath in and a long breath out. Now on your inhale breath, lift your right leg up to the sky. Bring your knee toward your chest as you round the upper back. Look forward. Step your right foot lightly inside your right thumb. Back heel spins down, warrior one. Make sure your feet are hip distance apart for this so you can square the top of your hip points toward the mat, top of your mat. Take another inhale here, reach up higher. Bend deeper into that right knee as you exhale. One more breath, warrior one, reach up. Exhale, plant your palms down, step back and lower, Chaturanga. You can use your knees. Inhale for your back bend, Cobra, Upward Dog. High plank position, extra Chaturanga if you like, and then downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Now lift your left leg up to the sky, big stretch to reach it up. As you exhale, bring your knee in toward your chest, round your spine as you press into your hands. Lightly step that foot through inside your left thumb. Back heel spins down, reach your arms up to the sky, Virabhadrasana 1. Pull your left outer thigh back, right thigh forward, bend deeply into your left knee. Feet are heels are hip distance apart. Try to draw the lower ribs in so there's no back bend here. Take one more inhale, reach up. Bend deeper as you exhale. One more breath to extend. As you exhale, plant your palms down. Your vinyasa happens here. Maybe you keep your left leg floating as you hover down. Chaturanga, upward dog or cobra. High plank to chaturanga if you like. Parsvakonasana, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, pull your hips away from your hands. Exhale, press your heels down. One more inhale. And exhale. Come high on your toes, bend your knees a lot, look forward. Walk, step, or hop all the way forward to the top of your mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold in, Utkatasana. Step your feet together to touch, get your hips low, reach those arms up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Draw the kneecaps back, strong core. Bring your hands to your heart center as you inhale, lean forward. Exhale, twist to your right. Bring your left elbow outside your right knee. Press your palms together, or I recommend tenting your fingertips and press the top finger pads into the bottom finger pads. Pull your left hip and left knee back. See if you can twist a little deeper, maybe open your wings. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, lift your hips. Exhale and fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, release. Back into your chair, Utkatasana. Reach your arms up to the sky. Draw the tailbone toward your heels and draw your kneecaps back. Palms come to heart center as you inhale, lean forward. Exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow outside the left knee. Pull your right knee and right hip back. They'll tend to come forward. Tent your fingertips, twist and look over your left shoulder. Maybe you open your wings. Maybe you're gazing up toward your top hand. One more inhale. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, breath. Exhale, lift your hips and fold. Inhale, halfway, lengthen. As you exhale, plant your palms. We'll meet in high plank to chaturanga. Take your heart opening back bend as you flow through. Ardha Chandrasana or Bhujangasana, cobra, upward dog. High plank position, extra chaturanga if you want to build that heat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale breath here, reach your right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bring your knee into your chest. Come all the way forward. Inhale, bring that right leg back and up. Exhale, right knee to right upper arm. Inhale, right leg back and up. Exhale, right knee to left upper arm. Inhale, right leg back and up. As you exhale, knee to chest, keep coming forward. This time we'll go for warrior two. So heel comes right between the thumbs, and I'll spin around so you can see. Right between the thumbs, back heel spins down. Find front heel to back arch alignment. Reach your arms forward to start. Pull your outer right hip back. And then from here, peel your left arm away, deepening into your front knee lunge. Knee is right over top of the ankle, so let the outer thigh pull the knee toward the baby toe. Gazing down your front fingertips, extend your arms in opposite directions, bend deeply into that front knee. Take a breath in and a breath out. On your inhale breath, flip your right palm up, lower your left hand down. Viparita Virabhadrasana. Inhale, exhale, pull it back. Let's go for a flow here. Inhale through center. Exhale, side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Right forearm to right thigh, left fingertips reach across the top toward the front of your mat. Maybe you have a window or wall in front of you. Inhale back through center. Exhale, pull it back. Good. A few more times. Inhale through warrior two. Exhale, Uttita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle pose. Inhale through center. Viparita Virabhadrasana, exalted warrior. One more time each way. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll stay here for a hold. Feel free to capture your head in your hand. Turn your chest open. Maybe you take your left hand behind to the top of your right thigh, or maybe your hands reach behind your heart for a bind. Bend your front knee, open your heart more, and turn your heart to the sky. Exalted warrior. Think about who you dedicated this practice to today. Send out that beautiful energy from your heart. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale to come back through center. Take one inhale breath as you pivot your back heel off the mat. Reach your arms to the sky, high crescent lunge. As you exhale, plant your palms down. Try to keep your right leg floating as you keep exhaling down through Chaturanga. Both feet down, Cobra or Upward Dog. This is Ardha Chandrasana. High plank position if you like. Extra Chaturanga. Ardha Chandrasana, Downward Facing Dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. One more. Inhale and exhale. Now we have the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts up to the sky. As you exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Inhale, left leg lifts up to the sky. Left knee to left upper arm. Come all the way forward. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale to your right upper arm. Inhale, left leg to the sky. As you exhale, keep coming forward. Look forward. Land your heel between your thumbs. Back heel spins down. As you're ready to rise for Virabhadrasana 2, reach your arms forward to start. Pull your outer left thigh back. And then open it up, deepening into your front knee. Tuck your left hip under, right thigh open. Try to create space for that front thigh to be parallel to the floor one day. Gaze down your front fingertips. Outer left thigh is working to hug the knee toward the baby toe so you can see your first couple of toes. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Good, one more. Inhale and exhale. Let's go for our flow. Inhale, Viparita Virabhadrasana, Exalted Warrior. Good. Exhale, Parsvakonasana, Uttita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. Inhale through center. Exhale, take it back. Inhale through center. Exhale, Uttita Parsvakonasana. Couple more. Inhale through center. Viparita Virabhadrasana, Exalted Warrior. Inhale through center. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale through center. And here we'll hold. Exhale. Stay here. Place your hand behind your head. Turn your heart open. Maybe you find a bind with your right hand to the top of your left thigh. Maybe you interlace your fingers behind your back for that beautiful full bind. Wherever you are, guide your heart up toward the sky. Roll your top shoulder back. Bend deeply into your front knee and dedicate this practice out there in the world. Like I said at the beginning, there's so many people out there that need this energy right now. Frontline workers, people working in the medical profession, people in the government dealing with so many people needing help. Whoever they are, they're out there. Even bus drivers, all of them. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, come back through center, Warrior 2. On your inhale breath, guide your back heel up, high crescent lunge, reach up. As you exhale, plant your palms down. Try to keep your left leg floating as you make your way, exhaling all the way to Chaturanga. Cobra or Upward Dog, lift your heart, shoulders back, chest lifts. High plank, extra Chaturanga if you like. Ardha Chandrasana, Downward Facing Dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Come high on your toes, bend your knees a lot, look to your palms. Walk, step, or hop all the way forward. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale to fold. Let's get back in the chair. Get your hips low, reach your arms up to the sky. This time we'll add in an option for a hand balance. Kakasana, Crow Pose, Bakasana, Crane Pose. Hands to heart center. And then let your palms come down underneath your shoulders. You might want to step back just a little bit, keeping your toes touching. Try to lengthen your legs the best you can. Come high on your toes. Spread your fingertips wide and grip the mat so much that maybe your knuckles pop up just a little bit. Take the knees out to your upper arms and bend the elbows back just enough to make the connection of your triceps and your knees. Try to keep your gaze forward and round the upper spine, so draw the belly in as you rock forward. And you may stay here. Maybe you float one or both feet up off the mat. If you can straighten your arms, that's true Bakasana, crane pose. Otherwise, you keep your elbows bent, Kakasana, crow pose. Try to look forward, round the upper spine, press into your finger pads, use them like little brakes. Take one more inhale here, and on your exhale, you can shoot back, step back, hop back, make your way through your vinyasa. Cobra, upward dog. High plank, extra chaturanga if you like. Ardha Chandrasana, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Turn myself around again. Deep breath in and a long breath out. On your inhale breath, lift your right leg up to the sky. Big stretch to reach it up. As you exhale, you can bring your right knee to your right upper arm. If you have a Kundalini practice, you can go for it. Inhale your right leg all the way back and up. I don't quite have enough room to extend that leg. This time we'll cross the right knee to the left upper arm. Roll to the inner blade of your back foot. Extend your right leg through. Reach your arm up. This is fallen triangle. If you have a variation of lifting the leg or binding the foot, you're welcome to go there. We'll hold here for 3 breaths. Lift your hips higher. Maybe you reach your top arm over your head. Maybe you arch back. Last 2. Good. Both hands come down. Sweep your right leg back and up. Big breath. Exhale, bring your knee forward. Step between your thumbs. Rise up for warrior 2 again. Virabhadrasana 2. Bend deeply into your front knee. Gaze down your front fingertips. We'll find just a quick flow that we did last time. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, arch back. Viparita Virabhadrasana. Exhale, Uttita Parsvakonasana. One more, inhale. Exhale, and here we'll hold. Uttita Parsvakonasana. Feel free to stay. Right forearm on your right thigh, left fingertips extending forward. Spin your pinky finger down, thumb up. Maybe look underneath your left arm. You can also lower your hand maybe onto a block or the mat inside your right foot. Press your shoulder into your knee to let it keep pushing outward. Stay here or go for a half bind. Left arm behind the lower back. Maybe a full bind, right arm underneath. Maybe you can find your fingers or your wrist. Right fingers wrapping around your left wrist or interlacing the fingers. Guide the back of your head toward the outer right side of your mat. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. If you have any variations here, like Bird of Paradise, as we did yesterday in Power, you're welcome to take a couple breaths to stand up. I won't demo it here today, but it's a nice option if you have it. Deep breath in and a long breath out. One more, inhale and exhale. We'll slowly start to unwind, bringing ourselves all the way back up to warrior 2. You can straighten that front leg for a moment and bend back into it. And now we'll add a little triangle flow here. Inhale your front leg to straight. Palms reach up and touch, look up. And imagine us all in the room together. You can hear the sound of each other's breath. Take an inhale breath. Back to warrior 2. Exhale, triangle with the legs, palms touch, look up. Couple more, inhale. Exhale, feel free to close your eyes. Inhale. And exhale. Lower your hands parallel to the mat, heel toe your back foot in just a little bit. On your inhale breath, hinge forward over your front thigh. When you can't go anymore, keep reaching, but pivot your arms. Try to be light onto your right fingertips. You can use a block under your right hand, inside your right leg or outside, or be light onto your shin as you touch with your fingertips if you need support. You can always bend that front knee a little bit too. Reaching your top arm up above your head, maybe you gaze up. If you want some extra core strength here, start to reach both hands away from you, forward to the top of your mat. and roll your chest open. Utkatasana Trikonasana. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out. One more. Inhale, roll your right hip open, right hip under, left hip open. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Ardha Chandrasana, left hand to left hip. Soften into your right knee. Get a block under your right hand if you need it, so it's directly under your shoulder. As you step forward, block is slightly to the right of your front foot. Lift your back leg up. And if you can, take a look down the front line of your body. Make sure that you can see your toes. Keep that alignment as you continue deeper into the posture, lifting your left arm up. Maybe you take Utkatasana. Maybe you bend your top knee, reach for the top of your foot. You can kick it into your hand. Right hand floats. Keep kicking, keep lifting. Wherever you are, hold here for 3, for 2, and on 1, release. Bring both hands down to the mat. Take your right hand into your right hip crease and pull it back. Level your left thigh down. Feel free to use blocks here if you need. Standing L-shaped pose. Palms can be on blocks or the mat. Take an inhale here. Lengthen halfway. Lift your chest. As you exhale, fold into your standing leg. Wrap your right hand behind your right calf. Pull it up as you bow your head toward your shin and lift that left leg higher. Keep bowing in, chin to chest. As you bow down, the leg will keep lifting. Hold here for 3 breaths. If you have a handstand practice, if you want to press into your hands and start hopping, lifting, swinging that left leg up and down, you can. 2 more breaths. Come back to a halfway lift. Soften your right knee. Bring your knees together to touch. You have to stand firmly into that right foot. Stand all the way up. Bring your gaze with you, hands to your hips. We'll start with a Vrikshasana tree pose. Lift your left knee up, take it out to the left. Place your foot either below or above your knee. I don't recommend right to the knee. Puts a little bit of lateral pressure on the knee. Press your foot and leg together wherever they are. Gaze is forward and slightly up. Palms to the heart. Take any variations you like here. Sometimes I like to bring my left palm onto my thigh, right hand to my heart. Or maybe you want to extend your branches. Maybe you want to start to arch back. Maybe you get playful and close your eyes. Something I always feel nervous about. So maybe challenge your balance. Press your foot into your leg, leg into your foot. 1 more breath wherever you are. Beautiful. Hands come to heart center. Bring your knee up, hands to your chest. Super slow motion. Variation of Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Kick that leg back. Coming back to this standing L shape, but hands are at the heart. And this time we'll lower the hands down. Keep your left hand where it is. Feel free to use a block under your left hand if you need. Right hand to your right hip and roll your left thigh down as you pull your right hip back. Start to turn and rotate toward the right. Parvrita Ardha Chandrasana, revolved half moon. From here, stay or reach your right arm up. If you want to get a little back bend, kick your foot into your palm. Reach for the inside arch of your foot and kick it up. I'm finding that beautiful back bend in this variation. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Beautiful, everybody. Come back through center. Standing L-shaped pose. And we'll slowly take a big step all the way back to the bottom edge of the mat. Open up and face the long edge of your mat. With a big breath in, hands to hips. Make sure the outer edges of your feet are parallel, maybe slightly pigeon-toed. Inhale. As you exhale, hinge forward. Come all the way forward, hands under the heart. Take a breath in to lengthen. Take a breath out to fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. And here you can take many variations. You can bring your hands to your lower back if you like. Take a shoulder opener. You're welcome to take hands anywhere on the outer edges of your legs, your heels, or your feet and pull your head in. If you have Shirshasana B in your practice, the tripod headstand, you can go there. We have 5 more deep breaths. Sometimes people like to take a twist So let this be for yourself. We'll have the same posture on the other side, so you can always explore deeper variations. If you're staying in the fold, try to bring more weight into the toes. Try to lengthen the legs the best you can, and use your hands, push into your hands to try to pull your head down and through between your feet one day. Elbows are hugging in. Last couple of breaths. Breathe in and out through your nose. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. And wherever you are, come back to a halfway lift. Palms under your shoulders, lengthen. As you exhale, turn your hands toward the front of your mat. Your right foot is forward. Lower your left knee down. Slide your left knee as far back as you can. Feel free to pat it up if you need. A simple solution to that is to simply roll your mat on the long edge. And as you rise up, make sure your knee is behind your hip. So try to avoid a situation where your knee is directly underneath the hip. If anything, you could step your right foot more forward. And then let's reach our arms up to the sky, Anjaneyasana. You might want to have blocks with you beside you. Take an inhale breath, lengthen. Pull your right hip back, left thigh forward. And let's wrap our right fingertips around the left wrist. Inhale to lengthen the arms. Exhale, hinge to the right. Pull your right hip back, left thigh forward. Maybe gaze up underneath your left arm. Take a full breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to come back through center. Reach both arms up. If you like, keep your palms floating, or you can touch them to your blocks. Let your palms come back in space. Press your right heel forward. Toes curl as you lean forward. Inhale, come back up. And you might use the blocks for that. No problem. Reach up. Let's create a little flow here. Floating Ardha Hanuman. Exhale, pull back. Heel forward, toes toward you. Good, a couple more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull back. One more. Inhale. Big breath in, that Ujjayi breath to fill you up. Exhale all the way back. Now feel free to stay here in this beautiful floating variation. It's quite intense. If you want to stay, you can. Or lower your hands underneath your shoulders. Take an inhale, halfway lift, and we'll fold and get deeper into our posture. And you might be working toward a variation of Hanuman, the full splits. Feel free to take a block if you have one underneath the top of your right thigh to help keep you lifted. And most important, wherever you go here, align the hips. So right hip is pulling back, left thigh forward. Maybe you untuck your back toes and you can get fully into Hanuman. And maybe from any variation you bow in. Pull your right hip back, left thigh forward. Keep your front foot active. Take a breath in and out. It helps too to tuck the back toes to keep that heel lifted so your hips are aligned. 2 more deep breaths here wherever you are. Breathe in and breathe out. Lengthen and soften. Palms come back underneath the shoulders to help guide your back knee in until you can plant your right foot down. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Lift your back knee as you inhale. 3-legged dog. Sweep your right leg all the way back and up. And it might feel good here to bend your knee, open your hip, drop your foot behind you. And you can stay here or spin your left fingertips slightly out to the left. De-weight your right hand. So come onto your fingertips to open up more, or maybe come to wild thing. Come to the outer blade of your left foot. Come high in your right toes and arch back. And if you're one of my regular students, you want to work toward Ardha Chandrasana, you can look at your feet, step your feet hip distance and parallel, and start reaching back. I don't quite have the space, but maybe your right hand comes all the way down, working into full Ardha Chandrasana. When you're ready, press into your left hand, flip yourself back around, 3-legged dog. Take a vinyasa of your own choice. Cobra upward dog. High plank to Chaturanga, if you like. And downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Deep inhale and long exhale. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. Big breath in. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your left upper arm. Pause here and hold. If you have Kundalini, you can go for it. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. As you exhale, cross your left knee to your right upper arm. Feel free to stay or extend the leg. Maybe you go for the bind or float the leg. When you're ready to come back, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Keep coming forward. And then step that foot in the center, rising up for warrior two. Deepen into your front knee. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. We'll come into that flow again. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, come forward. And here we'll hold. You're welcome to stay here. You're welcome to come in for a bind, maybe left arm behind, right arm, left arm under. Roll your top shoulder open. Look up. Breath in. And breath out. You're welcome to stay here. If you have bird of paradise pose, you can step forward. Stand up. As you're ready to release, stand all the way up. Bend deeply into your front knee. Inhale your front leg to straight, palms touch, reach up. Exhale to deepen. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale your front leg to straight, palms touch. Heel toe your back foot in just a little bit. On your inhale breath, release your arms, hinge forward, finding Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Use a block under your left hand if you need. Right palm is reaching up. I like to have my hand on the outside of my leg, but you could also have it on the inside. Stay here or use that core to extend your arms forward. Maybe look underneath your arm. Take a couple of strong deep breaths here, pulling your left thigh in toward the hip socket. Right thigh rolling open. Get that hip opener. Deep inhale and exhale. Right hand floats to your right hip. Soften your left knee. As you're ready, step forward, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. And use a block underneath your left hand, so it's right underneath your shoulder, slightly forward of your left toes. Take a look, make sure you can see your right foot. There's a tendency to let it pull behind, and then you get more of a back bend. Reach your right arm up. Maybe gaze up. If you're feeling like you want to find a back bend here, Utkatasana, bend your top knee, reach for the outer edge of your foot and kick your foot into your hand. Take a full breath in, oops, and a full breath out. One more deep inhale wherever you are, and long exhale. Beautiful, release that, soften into your front knee, both hands come down to the mat, standing L-shaped pose. Take your left thumb into your left hip crease to roll it back. Right thigh rolls down. Palms underneath your shoulders. Take an inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, walking your hands toward your standing leg. Wrap your left hand around your left calf. As you pull up on the left calf, drop your head down. Forehead right to your shin as the right leg reaches up. Bow deeply into your leg. Let your head be heavy. Let your right leg lift higher as your head descends deeper. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. One more inhale and exhale. Softening into that left knee. Bring your right knee with you in toward your chest. Stand up. Bring your knee with you. Come all the way up. It's okay if it taps down. Right knee lifts. Find your steady balance, your gaze, knee out to the side, Vrikshasana, tree pose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Stand up tall, be steady through your standing foot. Take your variations if you want, right hand to your right thigh, hand to heart, or hand up. Maybe both hands up. Maybe you start to look up, maybe even look back as you arch back. Press your foot into your leg, leg into your foot. Be steady and balanced. Breathe in and out through your nose. Hands slowly come to heart center. Good. Take an inhale breath, lift your knee up to the sky. As you exhale, hinge all the way back, finding your variation of warrior 3. Hands come down underneath your shoulders. Take your right hand onto a block if you like, left hand to your left hip. Start to pull your left hip back, right thigh forward as you revolve to the left. And then from here, maybe you reach your left arm up to the sky. Parvrita Ardha Chandrasana. I'll just turn around so you can see. Good. Pulling the left hip back, right thigh forward, deep breath in. And a long breath out. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. Back to standing L-shaped pose. You can inhale here. As you exhale, step all the way back to the long edge of your mat and turn yourself to the long edge. I'll face this way. I'm facing the right way finally. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale halfway, look forward. As you exhale, fold into yourself. So you can take the same variation, maybe a shoulder opener, maybe palms under your shoulders, maybe you take a bind, maybe you take Shirshasana B. Head comes down and the legs start to lift up and over the head, elbows hugging into the body. Wherever you decide to be, take 3 more deep breaths. And if you take Shirshasana, try to come down with your heels touching before your toes. If you're bowing in, more weight into the toes. Outer edges of your feet pressing down and press into your hands. So try to guide your head between your feet. Nice long spine. One more inhale breath. As you make your way to halfway lift, take an exhale here. One more inhale. And as you exhale, we're turning toward the top of our mat, lowering the back knee down. Slide your right knee as far back as you can this time. Again, if you get yourself in a position where you're here at 90-degree angles, try to step your left foot more forward. Feel free to roll up that mat underneath your right knee if you need it. You can use blocks to support yourself. Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Take an inhale, pull your left hip crease back, right thigh forward. A deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, use your blocks or not to sweep those hands back. Bow forward, Ardha Hanuman. A couple more times before we hold. Inhale, reach forward and up. Arch back, lift your heart. Exhale, sweep back. One more time. Inhale, forward and up. Beautiful. Exhale, sweep back. Bow forward. Feel free to stay here in this floating variation, digging the left heel forward, toes curl toward you, left hip pulling back. Or bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Take an inhale to lengthen. And as you exhale, bow deeper into your thigh, or into your thigh and shin. Or left heel is extending forward, right knee is coming back. And a block under the top of your left thigh, on this side, can be really helpful. Helps you to lengthen the thigh more. Or you can bow all the way down. Take a few deep breaths here. Left hip is pulling back, right thigh forward. You can keep those right toes tucked if it helps you to align your right hip. Take one more full round of breath. And then when you're ready, press into your hands under your shoulders, slide your back knee in. Come back to a lunge position. So plant your hands underneath your shoulders, lift your back knee. On your inhale, three-legged dog. Feel free to stay here or start to stack your hip open, bend your knee, drop your foot toward the right. Maybe you spin your right fingertips out just a little bit, de-weight your left hand. And as you start to flip over, staying on the outer blade of your right foot, lift your left heel, start to arch back. Or maybe you step your feet together and turn all the way around. You have space for it on this side. Ardha Chandrasana. Wherever you are, keep lifting your heart, lifting your hips. Use your strong right arm. One more breath, and then flip back around. Three-legged dog. And take a vinyasa from here. We'll meet in downward dog. Cobra, upward dog. High plank, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale. From here, come high on your toes. Bend your knees a lot. Look forward to the top of your mat and we'll hop through to a squat. So feet on the outside of your hands. And you're welcome to stay here. You can even sit onto a block under your sacrum if you like. Let your elbows come out wide, palms together, heel of your hands down and lift your chest. If you have a hand balancing practice, especially people who are regular students, if you practice with me a lot, you could take a crow pose, you could take Utkatasana, firefly pose. So I'll offer those options. You're welcome to go there if you like, or come with me into a twist. So with or without the block, your left fingertips, let's move back a little bit, left fingertips out to the left, tense your fingertips, use your right elbow on your right inner thigh to push it open and look up, or maybe reach up. And from here, flip your right palm around, bring it to your lower back, and maybe you find a bind. And I'll turn around so you can see what the bind looks like. So you either fingertips, or you can work your wrist into the fingers of your left hand, and turn and look over your right shoulder. Big breath in, and a long breath out. If you're going for the hand balancing, take your time, maybe stay for a few more breaths, and then take a vinyasa, and you can join us here. On the other side, right fingertips come out to the right, left elbow into the inner thigh, turn and look up, maybe reach up, maybe flip that hand around to the lower back, maybe find a bind, either your fingertips are touching, or maybe you find your wrist with your right hand. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. One more inhale, and exhale. Beautiful, everyone, slowly release. We'll meet here in Malasana. If you want to take a vinyasa at this point, you can step back to plank or downward dog. Take your vinyasa and meet us back here. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale. And all of us in Malasana will slowly come down to our seat. Feel free to use your hands if you need, or just lower down onto your bum. Lean into your hands. Extend your legs straight and give them a little shake. Nice work, everybody. And we'll come down onto our back for a little bit of core work. Yay. Plant your feet down, reach your arms forward. Take an inhale breath to lengthen. Take a block with you as you exhale all the way down, all the way onto your back. We did this yesterday and it got a pretty positive response, at least from some people. So take your block. We'll start with the left knee. So if you don't have a block, you can still do this exercise just hugging your knee and elbow together. Otherwise, try to take a block. The longest setting will make it the easiest. You can do the mid setting, or the shortest setting will be the most challenging. And you want to hug in so tight that you don't drop that block. And then keep your shin as parallel to the earth as you can. Lift your right leg and right arm up and hug the block. Take an inhale to lengthen leg and arm away from each other. Exhale to bring it in, and then have a pulse up. So head, shoulders, and hips lift. Good. Inhale to lower. Remember to keep that left foot active. Exhale, bring it in and lift. Good. A few more here. We're going to do a total of 10 on each side. Beautiful. That's 3, 4. Pulse as you come up, belly button to spine. 5, 6, 7. Keep hugging that block with your left elbow. 8, 9, and last one, 10. Beautiful. Release. Woo, hug your knees into your chest. Feels so good. Silver lining to all this, we're going to get really fit doing lots of yoga at home. I hope so. Let's go to the other side. I'll just turn around so you can see it more clearly on this side. We're going to hug the block or your knee to elbow, whichever you have available to you. Reach your left leg and left arm up. Try to keep your right foot flexed. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift it up. For 10, use a strong Ujjayi breath. 8, 7, 6 more. 5, get that little pulse at the top. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring it up. Good. Release that block. Hug your knees to your chest or a big stretch, whichever feels good. And then we'll rock and roll ourselves up to a boat pose. So I'm just going to turn myself around. Rock and roll yourself a few times forward and back, all the way up to boat, Navasana. And once you're here, shins are parallel. You can hug behind the knees. You can lower your hands to support. You can lower your toes to support. Find your variation. We'll hold here for 10 deep breaths. We won't be lowering up and down today, just holding. If you want to extend, reach your arms up. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. And then roll over your ankles. Walk, jump, shoot back, Chaturanga. Take your Vinyasa. And we'll meet back in downward dog. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. And then come forward again into Malasana, the squat pose. But have your toes touching. So bring your toes together to touch. I'm going to offer you one extra posture here, which is why we did a little bit of crow work today and lots of knees to elbows. This is a one-legged crow. But there are lots of variations of this posture, and you may or may not get your feet up today, but you can try. So bring your palms under your shoulders. You're going to bend your elbows and bring just your left knee behind your left upper arm and try to hook it there. And then maybe you lift just your left foot off the floor. You have your right foot as a little tripod with both of your hands. Lean forward. If it's there for you, maybe you lift your right foot up and maybe you can extend it back behind you. Give that a try. Then lower back down. Good core work. Okay, let's try the other side. Don't worry if you don't get your feet lifted today, but you have to start with the core work and building the strong foundation through your hands. So grip the mat with your finger pads. Lift your hips up, right knee to right upper arm. Lean into it. Look forward, round the spine. So get that strong core. And maybe you can lift your left toes, and maybe you can extend back. Utkatasana. And then come back down. So good, everybody. I hope you tried that. And if you're just starting yoga, you're new to yoga, it comes with time. Just like the quote I read at the beginning, this too shall pass. But you have to have patience in this practice and with everything else. Okay, from here, we'll walk, shoot, or jump back to Chaturanga. Take your Vinyasa, and we'll meet back on our seat. So make your way from downward dog all the way through to your seat. Couch is in the way. Take a few breaths in and a few breaths out to get there. And once you're ready, remove the flesh around your seat from side to side. Sit up nice and tall, reach your arms to the sky, big breath in. And as you exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana. Take an inhale breath to lengthen, and exhale breath to fold. 3 deep breaths here. Stay folded, relax your head. A nice wrist release is to wrap your right fingers around your left wrist if you can reach at the bottom of your feet, and if you can't, you can maybe do it underneath your knees. Give it a nice pull. And you can try the other side, wrapping your right wrist with your left hand either underneath your feet if you have that, or underneath your knees. Wherever you are, take one last deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And slowly roll yourself up. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the top of your mat, and bring your hips forward. Reach your arms forward. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, slowly lower all the way down onto your mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Rock side to side. We'll do one back bend here today. You can bring your feet underneath your knees. You're welcome to take a block underneath your hips for a supported back bend. If you want to go for a little bridge pose, you'll start with arms beside your body. Tickle your heels. Make sure your feet are only hip distance. In fact, good idea is to place the block between your inner thighs and squeeze it. On your inhale breath, lift your hips. You can stay here. If you want to go for Ardha Chandrasana, press your hands up toward the ceiling. Bend your elbows. Bring your hands beside your ears. Press firmly into your feet. Pop up onto the crown of your head. You want to remove the block for this one. Pop up onto the crown of your head and then come all the way up. Straighten your legs, straighten your arms, any variations. If you're in little bridge pose, maybe you interlace your hands behind your lower back, squeeze your shoulders and lift your chest. Wherever you are, try to take a few more deep breaths. Open your heart, lift your hips. You're ready to come down onto the crown. If you're going from Ardha Chandrasana, release your hands beside your body, slow roll all the way down. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take your feet together and knees out wide, Supine. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Sigh out your mouth. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your outer knees together to touch. Bring your knees into your chest. Let them come wide. Reach through and grab the outer edges of your feet with your hands. Ananda Balasana, happy baby. Press your feet up. Press your hands down. So get a little bit of pressure onto the feet and into the hands, and roll your sacrum down to the mat. Feel free to stay here or rock a little bit side to side. And here's an opportunity for an inversion. You can stay right where you are. If you want, extend your legs and arms up to the ceiling. Viparita Karani, rolling out ankles and wrists. Or maybe going for Plow Pose. Support your lower back with your hands. Feet come over your head. Walk your hands a little bit higher up your spine. Or maybe get your shoulders a little bit closer to each other, elbows closer. And then lift the legs up, shoulders down. Try to work your pelvis toward your face as you inhale. Toes away from you as you exhale, and any variations of these postures, or Shirshasana A if you have it. Wherever you are, take about 5 to 8 more deep breaths, and if you're in shoulder stand, please come down through plow first. If you take headstand, come down through child pose for a few breaths. Breathing deeply here, stay with the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Last few deep inhales. Last few deep exhales. As you come all the way down, we'll take one last pose here, which is Matsyasana fish pose. So if you're in a child pose, make your way down onto your back. As you're releasing out of your inversion, press your feet into the mat, lift your hips, slide your palms underneath your seat, and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Let your thumbs touch, extend your legs straight. Press down into your elbows so much that you can start to lift your chest and head up off the mat. Tilt your head back until your chin is facing up and you can slowly lower the crown down. Beautiful heart opener here. And if you have a variation of this with blocks, you're welcome to take a block between your shoulders and one behind your head. Supported fish. Stay here or start to extend your legs straight and point your toes forward at 45 degrees and maybe even lift your head. Try to stay here for 3 more deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Heart open. Breathe in and breathe out. When you're ready to come out, you'll tuck your chin in toward your chest. Your legs will lower. Release your hands. Again, place one hand on your heart, one on your belly. Knees are bent. Take a breath in and a breath out. And we'll close here with a supine twist. You can open up your arms in a cactus shape or a T shape if you prefer. You probably have lots of room if you're in your living room, or you can bend your elbows if you don't have as much space. Tap your feet down, jog your hips a little bit to the left side, and then bring both knees to the right. Place your right hand on top of your left thigh. Turn and gaze over your left shoulder. Feel free to stay here or take a different variation of your favorite supine twist, Supta Matyendrasana. Few deep breaths in and out through your nose. Breathe deeply in. Breathe deeply out, massaging tension away from your internal organs as you breathe against the twist of the spine. Bring your gaze back through center. Tone your abdominals to bring your knees back through center. Jog your hips a little bit to the right. Knees fall to the left. Left hand on your right thigh. Turn and gaze over to the right. Breathe deeply here. 3 deep breaths. Bringing your gaze back through center, tone your abdominals to bring your knees back in. Give yourself a beautiful loving squeeze, rock side to side. Take an inhale breath, wrap your hands and forearms around your shin bones, forehead to your knees. Give yourself a big squeeze, big breath in. And as you exhale, release all the way down into your final rest, Shavasana. Let your legs and arms relax. Let your palms face up. I'll read one more passage here from the Untethered Soul, and then you take your rest as long as you need in Shavasana. Feel free to end your practice with the sound of Om or Om Shanti Shanti as we began. Remembering that this practice is one that creates a lot of positive energy, so if you didn't do it already, feel free to dedicate this beautiful energy out into the world where people really need it the most. And today I'm thinking about people who are still having to go to work, who are still working on the front lines in healthcare, people who are driving buses, people who are helping the elderly, people working in grocery stores, all of those people out there that could use this beautiful healing energy and light. I'll read you one more passage here. When you walk through a beautiful botanical garden, you feel open and light. You feel love. You see beauty. You don't judge the shape and placement of every leaf. The leaves are of all sizes and shapes, and they face every which way. That's what makes them beautiful. What if you felt that way about people? What if they didn't all have to dress the same, believe the same, or behave the same? What if they were like flowers, and however they happened to be seemed beautiful to you? Take that thought with you as we enter into a time where we are required to call on our humanity, call on our loving kindness and compassion for all living beings. Have a beautiful rest of your day. See you tomorrow morning at the same time, 9:15, on Saturday at 9:15 for Power Yoga, and Sunday night at 6:30 for Yin. Namaste.